Welcome back to Cooking with Yuengling. My name is Brent Wertz. I'm the Vice President of Culinary Development for All In Foods. My partner Danny Scott's on the other side of that camera, and we're the two gentlemen that represent Yuengling in the food market with these wonderful sauces. Bacon, porter, bacon is smoked to honey or regular, and then several wing sauces. What this series is going to be about is that I'm going to take some time and show you how to cook with them. And this is a winter series, so everything will be done inside. So today we're going to be cooking, we're at the Pottsville Brewery. We're in the Master Brewer's Bar. And I'm going to go ahead and make you a smoked porter marinade. And this is a marinade that we're going to make today that you can just keep in your fridge. I'm going to just keep it stored. You want to marinate chicken, you want to marinate shrimp, you want to marinate beef. You always have it in there. What we're going to do is add 2 ounces of butter. I always like a nice hot pan. I don't mind if this butter browns a little bit for the extra flavor in the marinade. And we're going to add in some onions, some scallions. We're just going to let those cook just a touch. And kind of let that flavor develop a little bit. And when those onions and scallions kind of turn opaque, and you can see how the scallions are getting real bright green, it's when ready to roll. Now we're going to add in a little bit of garlic. The garlic I didn't put in at first because we don't want to burn it. We want everything to cook kind of at the right time. Yep. So you see we get the garlic in there. There's a wonderful, wonderful aroma coming off this pan. And when we get to that point, this is when we're going to go ahead and use the beer. This is the Yuengling Porter. Here's the sound of success. And in that, we're going to pour in the porter. And the porter has a nice hop in the background, has a little bit of caramel. You can kind of get the color here. Kind of see that nice color to it. So it's going to be a good base for this barbecue. We're going to let this come up to a simmer so that we kind of cook off the alcohol. In the meantime, we're going to add in a little bit of brown sugar. So we added in the beer. We can't over-reduce beer because within all beer, as you reduce it, the hops make it a little bit bitter. So we just bring it up to a simmer and use it as it is. And then add a little bit of the brown sugar to kind of work against that. We're then going to add in the porter smoked barbecue. And see, we're just going to wait a minute. Maybe if you want to, you can kind of see how it's coming up to a simmer now. And once you get your pan hot, you can keep it hot. You can kind of see it comes up to a simmer. Alcohol burns off. It's safe for little Johnny, little Susie, Grandpa Joe. It's all good for it. Once we get that simmered out, you can see now we're kind of up to a full simmer, almost to a boil. Then we'll add in the barbecue. And we're going to use a whole bottle. So it's a whole bottle of the porter and a whole bottle of the porter barbecue. Now you can really see the color, nice, deep, rich. And we want to keep this marinade not too thick. We don't want it as thick as barbecue. We want it as thick as marinade. You can kind of see how it's not thick. Look at that color. I mean, it's just wonderful, deep color. We're going to finish it with just a touch of lime. And it kind of what makes it friendly for veal or chicken or shrimp or scallops. This would be great on scallops. Let me just go ahead and spin that in one more time. I don't season this. What I'll do is I'll marinate whatever I'm going to marinate. I'll pull it out of the marinade. I'll season it before I put it on the grill so I can control the seasoning. If we put a whole bunch of salt in this now, the salt will get into the proteins. It will be too salty. So we don't season the marinade. Now we finished adding. Bring it up to a light little simmer, and then we put it in the jar. Being that I am from West Virginia, we all have a mason jar in our house. This one just happens to have barbecue marinade in it. You can see how this recipe makes perfect quart. We then would just take this, lid it, just like when you're canning. I'd go ahead and put this in an ice bath, let it cool down. I usually have 1 or 2 of these in the fridge at all times, and then if we're going to do chicken, or if we're going to do veal or shrimp or scallops or whatever, you just open it up, pour it on top. Marinate anything like chicken or seafood 3 hours. Veal, pork, or beef up to 6 hours, or maybe even from the night before. It tastes great. Thanks for joining us for Cooking with Yuengling. We're all here because of the beer. Have a great day.